It's the weekly update. I'm Chuck Mayer. Welcome to Fishy Business. We've got a lot of stuff happening here today. A lot of new fish have come in. I'm going to take you through that in a second. Thank you guys for all the YouTube comments that you're making. It's helping us to kind of help make a little bit better videos for you guys. We don't script these things, and I think if we try to do that, we'll be getting away from the raw part of what Fishy Business is, which is a kind of in the moment thing, but it at least allows us to shoot for specific things that we think you guys want to see. So I just want to remind you again, the grind comes out every Tuesday. That's all the behind the scenes stuff. The weekly update on Thursday, and then on Saturday we'll have some type of self-help video that's coming. We hope you like everything that we are trying to do, and please share it with other people and subscribe to Fishy Business SC. Okay, on with the show. One more thing I want to add real quick. Stay tuned to the end of the video because we're going to start always having a sneak peek at the upcoming grind episode at the very end of the video. Okay, so starting this week at Fishy Business, on every weekly update hereafter, we will have a WYSIWYG, a what you see is what you get fish tank. This is the 90-gallon special reef tank that we have. It's outfitted with all your pumps, brand new sump, skimmer, Red Sea lights, all the equipment that you need to kind of hook this thing together so that you can have an instant reef tank. Simple but nice stand. Black is always the showiest type of color you can put with any saltwater tank, in my opinion, because it makes the corals in the saltwater pop. But a very simple introductory reef tank that we have this week. So it's this one specific one is again a 90-gallon drilled, and it is a really cool fish tank to the first person who gets it. It's $27.50, just to let you know, and it's sharp. Two other tanks I want to show you really quick. One, because of the giveaway. If you haven't paid attention to the last two videos, we are giving away one of these Aquarium scents. You have to go to fishybusinesssc.com, go to our website and sign up. There are a couple different ways to do it so you can get more than 1 or 2 entries, and we will draw the winning person at the very end of the month. But this is the Aquarium scent. We've got a video for the full setup and how it looks, but it's a very, very cool aquarium. Also to say that I think we have 5, maybe 6 of them left, because it is also a very affordable introductory aquarium as well. And if freshwater is not what you want to do, you want an introductory to saltwater, the BioCube, I haven't mentioned it in a long time. We do show it a lot on Facebook because it is the most affordable, easiest way to get a saltwater aquarium started. And if you've got anybody who's young, who's just getting into the hobby or wanting to experiment with saltwater, and you want to stay on a budget and keep a few clownfish and a couple other corals and things like that, you cannot beat the price of a BioCube. We literally have it cheaper than I think you can even get it on Amazon. Okay, so this has been a little bit of a crazy day, and I just came back in really late from a big install today. We had to do a 120 reef tank, and the easiest way for me to do this in the time that I've got is just to do a straight walkthrough. So you're just going to kind of come with me, and together we're going to kind of see what came in this week. So let's go. Coolest thing that came in this week, and it actually came in at the end of last week, but didn't make the video, are these live plants. I think Kara has just landed some of the coolest, prettiest live aquatic plants maybe that we've ever had in mass like this. She's taken the time to write on every single one the light requirements for each, so you can walk in here knowing what kind of aquarium you have and kind of see exactly what we've got in the way of live plants. But there is variety in here for everyone. That is a fantastic selection, and I'm excited for you to be excited about them. The Pearl Leary Grommies. Really, really nice grommies. Grommies are a labyrinth fish. They kind of hang out where there are caves and things like that. These are very, very beautiful, especially when the light hits them. They almost have these pearl splotches and this really patterned quality about them. Very, very pretty. They're in with some Congo tetras that are really nice. I also have really, really ornate Polypterus. Very, very cool fish this week. Also some large Odessibarbs. You can kind of see those going back and forth. Really, really nice. Red tail tinfoil barbs. Very, very nice. And just cool to watch in a school. Okay, we just ran into an African I know nothing about, so we're going to turn it over to Mr. Buller, who knows everything about it.
These are Phosphorochromis rostratus. They come from Lake Malawi. They're a sand sifter, much like the Geophagus guys from South America. Full grown will be about 18 inches to base of tail. but they have an attitude of a peacock, so they can hang out in a semi-community environment. The males will be electric blue with a little bit of yellow and red highlights, where the females will stay tan and brown with the black polka dots.
Sweet. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That made my job easy. Extra large front, really, really nice with a huge black head. Very, very cool fish. Large male and female peacocks, and more gorgeous peacocks like what came in last week. Angelfish look good. I'm assuming they're doing good.
Angelfish are doing wonderful. All of these are from a local breeder. The gentleman who raised these used so much beef heart and bloodworms that they look like koi angels, but they're really just narwhals.
Cool.
Beautiful.
They do look like boys. Nice.
Did you look at the new corals?
No, we're not that far yet.
Okay,
But we will be that far.
I'm just checking. Let me show you where they are so you can look at them.
How about you hang out over there a second and let me make my rounds so you can tell all the people about them? I think that would be good.
Okay.
Go over there with the corals. You can't get them to talk on camera for 5 minutes. Then once they start talking, they don't want to stop. All right, koi for this week. I got koi. I got a lot of nice koi. Just like last week, a lot of the kohakus. Still have some black kois. Looks like some of them are sold, but I think I got maybe 3 or 4 of those left. Remember, those are good luck to have in your pond. And my favorites of all, the platinum ogons and Yamabuki ogons. You haven't heard me talk about them 10 times, I'll tell you again. You can be standing in the furthest spot in your yard, and when these puppies hit the surface of the water and the sun hits them, you can see them from outer space. They're just that beautiful. So if you really want a lot of color pop in your pond, sometimes the most simple metallic colors in a single color can be some of the best. And those, my friends, are some of the best. Let's go look at saltwater and see if we can find Richard before he has a conniption.
Something cool that Chuck forgot before he left the building was to mention these guys. These are Malawi Trout cichlids, Champsochromis coeruleus. Full grown's about 18 inches long to base of tail. They'll get a metallic blue head with long yellow fins. Beautiful deep water predator. You don't see these guys too often. Definitely should come check them out in person.
Oh, look who we found. It's Richard. How did you know he'd be there standing in front of the corals?
Because you told me to.
Okay, all right. Richard, take over for the corals that came in this week.
I can do it, yes sir. All right guys, hold on tight. I'm going to name drop. Hopefully some of you will recognize some of these pieces. We got in a bunch of Nirvana polyps. We got in some red people eaters, some reef raft pink diamonds. Those are valuable. There's scrambled eggs. There are rastas. There are everlasting gobstoppers. There's Vulcan's blood. There's pulpy orange. That's a Jason Fox special. There's blue lagoons, one of my favorites. Hard to find blue in the corals because they absorb the blue wavelengths of light. There's a bunch of utter chaos. There's some burning banana stylociniella, say that 3 times fast. There's Bizarro cyphastria. There's Frankenstein leptastria. There's Season's Greetings monopora. There's some beautiful reverse frog spawn and a couple lava lamp mushrooms, not to mention everything else that Hayden has been hoarding for y'all.
Okay, so yeah, what he said. So, so you described all those corals, but what kind of corals are they?
Most are going to be zoanthids.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. All right, thank you.
Can we get a shot of them?
Yeah, we always do B-roll at the end, Richard.
Okay, I don't know. I don't have time.
That's all right. I know you don't. I know you don't. Thank you.
You're welcome
For that amazing blow-by-blow.
Definitely.
I could not have done that. And if I could have done that, I could not have done it better.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Okay, the names for the saltwater fish that I have aren't going to be near as elaborate as Richard's were for the corals. However, we're going to go over some basics. So here's what we got in this week. Spotted hawkfish right here. I got a really cool dragon wrasse as well. I know I saw, I got a squareback pair. I got a male and female squareback Anthias. Sometimes Anthias can be tricky in reef tanks. Sometimes Anthias can be tricky in captivity, period. But not the squareback. Mike and I have had lots of success over the years in service keeping the squareback Anthias, and it's nice because that and the sunburst are some of the showiest Anthias I think you can have in a reef tank. It's always a quick seller, and it's always one that gets gone pretty quick, but I got it right now. Moving right along, I have some more Anthias. Lots of clownfish this week. An extra large huma huma, which no doubt would bite my finger off if I allowed him. A lot of personality in this fish. This is the Picasso triggerfish, or the huma huma. It is the national fish of Hawaii. It is like their big fish. But very, very aggressive, very, very mean, so you do want an aggressive tank if you're going to put one of those in there. Well, let's go see what's on the other side. Baby blue tangs, back in stock. I got a tiny, tiny little, oh wow. All right, everybody's going to love this, and I never get them. But I did get a Harlequin Sweetlips this week. It's not the easiest fish in the world to keep, but people certainly do try. And in the right environment, you can keep them alive. You just got to really know what you're doing. But a very, very, very cool fish. I got in a tiny Volatan lionfish, a Lamarck angel, raccoon butterfly, emperor angel. Look at these long tentacle anemones. Camera, swoosh to the anemone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful anemones right here that came in this week. Long tentacles will host clowns if the clowns want to be in them. They are really, really gorgeous. I also got some electric green bubble tip anemones. Really cool starfish this week. I got another long tentacle over here that's got a green pattern. Let's see, what else? What else do we have in the fish tank? Along those hawkfish, great little fish. Hawkfish don't have swim bladders, so they have to hop everywhere that they go, which makes them really cool and make them really personal to look at in the tank. They will literally follow you and get to know you. They're one of the most personal fish in all of saltwater. Lots of shrimp this week, not as many as I'd like to have. So if you're in the market for cleaner shrimp or blood shrimp, fire shrimp / fire shrimp, they will go pretty quick, but I've got some right now. Lots of snails came in this week. I have pearly jawfish. Again, I haven't had those in a while. Some nice scissor-tail gobies, some of my favorite fish because they stay out in mid-water. If you've got a large tank or you've got an elongated tank, it's a great schooling fish to have kind of swimming through the middle of the water column. They don't really mess with anything. Nothing really messes with them. Very, very cool fish. Lots of urchins this week, some gorgonians. And if I'm not mistaken, Gracie may have another shipment coming in on Friday. So I'm going to cut it there. That's a general amount of what we got in this week or what's still coming in. Fish availability is still a little tricky, so we're actually using lots of different distributors. We're doing our very best to do as much quarantining and checking as much as we can with each fish as it comes into our system. So bear with us while we try to keep the stock as much the same as we can. Some fish are selling out a lot faster. Some things we're out of a lot quicker, but we're doing our very best while we try to get through this time where it's getting hard to ship certain things. But do come see us. There's a lot going on. We'll keep you updated. Watch Facebook, watch YouTube, and watch Instagram as we'll be posting things as they come in. There are a couple large freshwater fish, some really, really nice show Oscars that came in. And that's what I can think of off the top of my head. I hope you have a wonderful week. Come see us this weekend. God bless.
Like, my stomach is horrible right now.
I want a
I'm
biscuit.
dying.
Oh, let's stop the meeting and
I'm so sorry. We
got a
can
granola
continue
bar.
the
I've
meeting,
got a
but
granola
I
bar
am
for you if you want
dying.
one.
I'm not eating your granola
There's an
bars.
almond Hershey bar in the freezer that's
I
been in
am-
there for days.
surely
Uh-uh.
there's a magic
bought me
bar
one?
somewhere.
Like last week, yeah.
Oh, okay. I can do that.